Hi again, everyone. It's Jessie with the Annapolis Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm speaking with Colleen, the owner of Barreling Thai Distillery today. So, Colleen, I've noticed you've been pretty busy with your innovative ideas. I see you've created a new product, the hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Yeah, so are you able to talk a little bit more about this?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us on, first of all, Jesse. Yeah, so we, being a distillery, we're sort of at a little bit of an advantage
Mhm.
because we produce alcohol. So switching over to hand sanitizer was, not without its challenges and does still continue to have its challenges, but it sort of seemed like a you know, fairly easy thing to make the decision on to say, yeah, we can maybe do something that will help a little bit, be able to help people in the times where this is not a product that is readily accessible anymore. So
Right.
we basically just made that decision and fought the good fight to get as much as we could in the way of bottles and that type of thing, and we're off and running.
Right, yeah. Well, we're thankful that you've decided to do that. Yeah, it's definitely needed right now. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So what else has been going on? How have you been conducting business lately? I'm sure there's been some changes, obviously, and how have your customers been responding?
Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, we have been very fortunate. We've been able to conduct business fairly normally. We're not the type of business on a normal day that has masses of people,
Mm,
coming through our door and all kinds of people milling around and that type of thing. So in that respect, I mean, we have a hand sanitizing station at the door. We have lines on the floor, signs about social distancing, things like that. So in that respect, we're still reasonably normal in the way that we are running our business. Again, we've been very fortunate. We have not had to lay off any employees.
okay,
Um,
right,
Everybody's just kind of relearning
right.
how to work with the sanitizer. So, it's just one of those things that, like I said, we've been very fortunate being a small business that we've been able to continue doing what we're doing. Our customers, so far have been very grateful, and very happy to know what we're doing. It is a bit of a different thing, to come to a distillery and pick up hand sanitizer.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but a lot of our customers have really still continued to be supportive in the alcohol aspect of it.
right.
Again, it is kind of a tough time for everybody, mentally, physically, financially. But there are still people out there who are interested and want to support small businesses.
Yeah,
So we have been able to kind of continue to the best of our ability, just switching courses a bit.
right. Well, that's great. That's good to hear. Yeah. So what has been the biggest challenge so far?
Probably the biggest challenge. I mean, we're sort of, I say that kind of loosely. We're sort of over the biggest hurdle, which I think was packaging the bottles,
Okay.
because everybody from everywhere is searching and trying to get bottles. So that we sort of now have a handle on, which is good, because you can't do anything with sanitizer unless you have something to put it in.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so we're doing okay on that front. You have to go through Health Canada to get the right licensing, and that type of thing. We have to get a permit from the NSLC in order to legally manufacture on our premises. So there's
Okay.
a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things in the background
Yeah.
that it's not just filling up bottles with hand sanitizer and handing it out to people and printing off labels.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, so there's a lot of background to it, which is not the fun stuff. Even with shipping and transport and things like that, there's things that we have to, rules that we have to follow and to
Mhm.
keep people safe in many different ways, including truck drivers and postal service providers and things like that.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I definitely wouldn't have thought of all those little things, but Yeah, you're right. That's a lot of stuff to make sure that, like you say, following the guidelines and things like that, instead of just bottling it up and shipping it out. It's just not that
Yeah.
easy. So yeah, good. Well, I'm glad that you know are over that hurdle anyway, and yeah, you're hopefully smooth rolling from now on. So what are some of the positive things that have come out of all this? I know obviously this product would be one of those, but is there anything else?
I mean, I think just being able to continue to support our community, not just, with our current customers and people that we deal with on a normal basis, but, getting a hold of and reaching out to more of our community, first responders, you know, people who you might know in some ways, but are reaching out in very different ways.
Mhm.
Doctors' offices, hospitals, nurses, a lot of those essential service providers that, still have to work in order to, continue their businesses and to continue employing, rural Nova Scotians.
Mhm.
So, I think it's great that we've had, the capability and the like, yeah, I guess the capability of reaching out to those people,
Yeah.
and being able to help in some of those ways, and supporting some of the local shelters
Mhm.
and group homes and nursing homes and things like that, and trying just trying to, again, to keep everybody as safe as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, good point. Okay, so last thing, is there anything that your customers can do for you, or is there anything else that you'd like to share with us before we go?
I mean, I think our customers are doing pretty awesome for us, in the sense they're still supporting us, which is
Mhm.
fantastic. We always hear people talking about, the want and the desire to support local small business, because, in the grand scheme, we're all in this together.
Right.
There's so many, it's heartbreaking to know of all the small businesses, local and across Nova Scotia, that are going to be impacted in so many ways with this.
Yeah.
And I think, just having our customers know that supporting those small local businesses is fantastic. Buying gift cards from restaurants and doing
Mhm.
the takeout and the delivery and the ordering and things like that, that helps. And, I think a lot of Nova Scotians understand that,
Mhm.
and, really get the supporting local thing. So that's so important across the board.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely very important right now.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, if anything else is coming up, I'm assuming we can find some updates on your website, or sorry, or your Facebook page.
Yeah, so we try. We're a little bit overrun and inundated by hand sanitizing right now, but we're doing our best to continue kind of updating people on Facebook and Instagram,
Okay.
as to sort of what's available and that type of thing, and our hours and things like that. We are still sort of 5 days a week, and people can come right to the distillery. I am trying to maintain the hand sanitizer online,
Okay.
but again, I do sometimes fall behind in that respect. But as people email or call, we try our best to reply to everybody. But
Okay.
hopefully, people are understanding, in the sense that there's so many phone calls and emails right now that
That's
we're
great.
trying to keep on top of it. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
just have to be patient, and people have to understand this is, so many changes, and everyone's trying to also adjust quickly, and yeah, it can be a challenge for sure. So yeah, yeah,
yes, very
hopefully
much
they
so.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was great, Colleen. So glad that we were able to connect and you were taking the time to speak with us today. So much great information. So yeah, I hope you and your staff stay safe and healthy, and I wish you all the best.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jesse. We really appreciate the opportunity and what the Annapolis Valley Chamber of Commerce is doing for all of us small local businesses.
Okay, that's great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
See you again.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.